TD Jakes. No Diddy.
There you go. Come on, Lavelle. You was trying to sneak that.
No. Only reason I said it, Diddy wasn't there then.
Man, get Lavelle, man.
I mean, man, we gonna swallow that and move on.
Okay. Come on, Lavelle.
No Diddy.
I gotta take another drink.
It's just real strange that he would be found at any kind of Diddy party or any kind of place with Diddy unless it's in a business atmosphere.
In a shocking turn of events, Tyler Perry has issued a stern warning to Bishop TD Jakes to distance himself from Diddy following the music mogul's recent arrest. The gravity of the situation weighs heavily on Jake, who has past connections to Diddy's infamous parties, raising concerns that he could inadvertently find himself embroiled in fallout if federal investigations deepen. As Perry steps in to sound the alarm, the stakes have never been higher for those linked to Diddy. Will Jake heed this warning and safeguard his reputation, or is he already too close to the storm? Many people may not realize just how long Diddy and TD Jakes have been connected. Their relationship actually goes way back, well over a decade. While it might seem surprising to some that a hip-hop mogul and a renowned Christian bishop could forge a meaningful bond, their paths have crossed in significant ways long before their public collaborations. Their relationship dates back over a decade, with their bond becoming publicly noticeable around 2010. That was when Diddy first began sharing TD Jakes' spiritual messages with his followers. For many, it seemed unusual for a hip-hop mogul known for his extravagant lifestyle and high-profile parties to align himself with a prominent Christian bishop, yet it was clear that Diddy found genuine value in Jake's teachings, and the two formed a unique connection. By 2022, their association had grown even more public. TD Jakes partnered with Diddy's Revolt TV network to create a series called Kingdom Culture with TD Jakes. This show allowed Jake to expand his ministry beyond traditional religious spaces and into mainstream media, reaching a wider audience. Their relationship became even more pronounced when Diddy personally mentioned Jake during his acceptance speech for the Lifetime Achievement Award. They began attending each other's high-profile events, including birthday celebrations, which added a social dimension to their bond. However, this connection hasn't come without its challenges. TD Jakes has often faced scrutiny regarding his affiliation with Diddy, especially when the media spotlight shone on their relationship. One particular moment that sparked criticism was Jake's attendance at Diddy's 53rd birthday party in Los Angeles in 2022, raising eyebrows and questions about the nature of their friendship. A video of TD Jake at Diddy's party recently surfaced, igniting a firestorm of debate within the Christian community. Many began to question whether it was appropriate for a man of God to be present at such an event, especially given Diddy's reputation for throwing extravagant and sometimes raunchy parties. The optics of Jake's attendance raised eyebrows, leading some to wonder why he would align himself with such a scene. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, has recently stirred controversy with his claims regarding TD Jakes' presence at some of Diddy's more notorious gatherings.
Whether it's drinking, maybe fornicating, maybe, like I said, men on men, women on women. It's hard to put in perspective unless he's involving himself what is actually going on at the parties.
Deal has alleged that Jake was not just a casual attendee, but rather a figure present during what he described as freak-off sessions and bizarre parties characterized by heavy drug use and male-on-male activities. According to Deal, these events painted a troubling picture of the kind of environment that Jake frequented, raising serious questions about his judgment and associations.
The saints supposed to separate themselves from the sinners, and why would a religious man like himself be at a party which ain't nothing but sin that's going on, bruh?
In an attempt to clarify the situation, Derek Williams, executive vice president of TD Jake Entertainment, spoke out, explaining that Jake's appearance at the party was brief and primarily due to business commitments in town. He emphasized that the bishop only stopped by to show respect for Diddy, who is a former chairman of Revolt TV. Williams also pointed out that this was the only party hosted by Diddy that Jake had ever attended, aiming to downplay the controversy surrounding the video. But a lot of people knew that this was their way of doing damage control. Despite these explanations, the incident only fueled further questions and criticisms. As a prominent public figure, TD Jakes faces intense scrutiny, especially when his actions appear to blur the lines between faith and secular lifestyles. The situation took a more serious turn when in March 2023, a lawsuit was filed by Rodney Lil Rod Jones, a Christian music producer, which referenced Jake's connection to Diddy. This development pushed Jake into even murkier waters, adding to the ongoing debate about his affiliations and the implications they hold for his ministry and public image in a troubling turn of events. The lawsuit filed by Rodney Lil Rod Jones alleges that Diddy intended to exploit his relationship with T.D. Jakes to mitigate the fallout from a high-profile legal battle involving his former partner Cassie Ventura. Cassie's lawsuit contains serious and disturbing allegations against Diddy, amplifying the scrutiny already surrounding him. The claims include drug use, sexual misconduct, and other criminal activities reportedly occurring at his homes, painting a deeply troubling portrait of the hip-hop mogul. This situation complicates T.D. Jakes' relationship with Diddy, raising significant questions about the nature of their connection. While Jake has previously served as a spiritual advisor to Diddy, the media is now scrutinizing whether his involvement has crossed ethical lines. Is it possible that Jake is being leveraged knowingly or unknowingly by Diddy to soften the impact of these damaging accusations? Despite there being no confirmation of Jake's active participation in Diddy's legal woes, the mere implication that he could be used for influence has sparked intense speculation and controversy. Once again, T.D. Jake finds himself at the center of a scandal that he did not instigate yet, which casts a harsh light on his association with Diddy. The scrutiny intensified in late 2023 as Jake was swept up in a new wave of allegations linked to Diddy's parties, with rumors taking an even darker turn. As this narrative unfolds, questions loom large regarding the implications for Jake's ministry and the integrity of his public persona. Amidst the growing storm of controversy, unverified claims began to circulate online, alleging that T.D. Jakes had engaged in inappropriate behavior at Diddy's gatherings. These allegations were sensationalized, with some social media users claiming that Jake had participated in sexual misconduct during Diddy's events. As these accusations took hold, they spread rapidly, particularly on platforms like TikTok and YouTube, where misinformation often thrives. The gravity of these allegations not only threatened Jake's reputation, but also cast a long shadow over his long-standing ministry, with rumors swirling and the online discourse intensifying. Many were left to grapple with potential implications of these claims, regardless of their validity. Many people are finding it hard to reconcile T.D. Jakes' presence at Diddy's parties with his public image as a respected religious leader. For a man of God known for his teachings on morality and faith, attending events that Gene Deal describes as rife with questionable behavior seems strikingly out of character. Critics argue that it raises serious doubts about Jake's authenticity and integrity. If Deal's allegations are accurate that Jake participated in activities contrary to his professed values, then it challenges the very foundation of his ministry and public persona. This disconnect has led to a growing sentiment among some followers and observers that Jake may not be who he claims to be. The idea that a prominent spiritual figure could engage in the kind of hedonistic lifestyle depicted by Deal has prompted many to reevaluate their perception of Jake. The situation has sparked fierce debates about the boundaries between faith and secular indulgence, with some asserting that if Jake truly participated in such behavior, it would signify profound hypocrisy. As more details emerge and speculation intensifies, the implications for Jake's reputation and the trust his followers place in him become increasingly precarious. T.D. Jake is increasingly worried that if authorities dig deeper into the allegations surrounding Diddy, they might uncover evidence linking him to questionable activities. The fear of scrutiny is weighing heavily on him, especially with all the RR and accusations circulating. Jake knows that his past connections to Diddy put him at risk of being implicated in a scandal that could harm his reputation, and the trust his followers have in him. Each day that passes brings the possibility of damaging revelations, leaving Jake to confront the reality that his name could be associated with something he never intended. This looming threat not only endangers his public image but also raises serious questions about his legacy as a spiritual leader. Plus, there's another angle to this. It's no secret that Diddy has a reputation for recording various moments from his parties and gatherings, often capturing behind-the-scenes antics that could be quite revealing. Given this history, many speculate that he may have recordings involving T.D. Jake as well. If that's the case, it could explain Jake's mounting anxiety. The thought that Diddy might have compromising footage is certainly concerning. This potential for recorded evidence raises serious implications for Jake, especially if it contradicts his carefully crafted public persona as a man of faith. The fear that Diddy could choose to release such recordings, either out of spite or to divert attention from his own troubles, is a significant source of worry for Jakes. With so much at stake, including his reputation and the trust of his followers, the possibility of being outed by Diddy looms large in his mind, adding another layer of tension to an already precarious situation. There are growing concerns among some observers that Diddy may have resorted to blackmailing T.D. Jakes, pressing him to maintain a favorable public image or face the potential release of damaging footage. Given Diddy's history of recording events at his parties, many speculate that he could possess material that could seriously undermine Jake's reputation, and fans are seeing through the cracks now, one person wrote Diddy. Posting an unsolicited update about himself using a tunnel visual and having TD Jake narrate it has got to be the most unhinged batch of choices. I've seen in a while the idea that Diddy might leverage such recordings as a means of control adds a sinister twist to their relationship. If Jakes were indeed coerced into showing Diddy in a positive light to avoid scandal, it raises troubling questions about the integrity of his ministry and the authenticity of his actions. This alleged manipulation could explain Jake's heightened anxiety and his reluctance to distance himself from Diddy, even as the latter's legal troubles escalate. The fear of being publicly outed and the potential fallout from such revelations creates a precarious balancing act for Jakes, who must navigate the complexities of his relationship with Diddy while safeguarding his own reputation and legacy. If these blackmail allegations hold any truth, the stakes for Jake are incredibly high, putting him in an increasingly vulnerable position. So what do you think? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button so that you never miss out on any new videos. And until then, fam, keep it real.